Þessi sýning, þessi verk eigu Listasafns ASÍ og við erum með það núna á láni. These come from another art museum called Listasafn ASÍ, and we have them now on loan, and they have been here. This exhibition opened in December last year, so soon they will be taken down. But it's good for us to get these types of exhibitions here in Akureyri with works which are often called by the old masters, the oldest Icelandic painters, because our collection doesn't include a lot of work like this. So it's good for people in Akureyri to be able to have them here for almost a year and can come and visit them again and again. It's wonderful. Yeah. Here we have work which by 4 painters, usually called the old masters. It's most people in Iceland know their work. There's only one woman. This one is by a woman, and all the other ones are by men. Which of course just shows us there were not many women painting at the time. I'm going to start with Jón Stefánsson, and he has these 4 here, and I'm going to begin with this one. Það gott að standa hérna því þá sjáum við verkið betur. Það betra að standa hér. If you stand here, then there's like, you can see it as well. You can see it better if you stand here.
Where do we see it better?
Here.
Yeah, from there.
Það kemur grampi af ljósinu.
Já, ég skil.
Sjáum verkið betur. Skiljið?
Já.
Já, ok. Jón var svolítið dramatískur málari, frekar heldur en hinir.
Okay.
Og mér langaði að sýna ykkur þetta verk, en það svolítið saga bak við það. Jón was more dramatic in his painting than the others, and I wanted to show you this one because it has a bit of a story behind it. Hér sjáum við, hún heitir Við Hornbjarg, dagsetning Við Hornbjarg. Við sjáum sjóinn, klettana og skýin og fuglana. Here you can see the sea, the cliffs coming down to the sea. The sun is, I think, coming up, and you can see eagles flying over. This vision, where should we start? Should I try in Icelandic? Þegar Jón var ungur, þá var hann að sigla frá Reykjavík til Sauðárkróks. When Jón was young, he was sailing from Reykjavík to Sauðárkrókur, where he lived. And svo þegar hann var að koma fyrir Hornbjarg, sem nyrsti hlutin á Íslandi, he was sailing from the most northern part of Iceland, called Hornbjarg. He saw this vision. Sun was coming up, 2 eagles were flying above, and he was very touched. And this vision stayed with him for 60 years because he didn't paint this until he was an old man. He was around 18. So there was 60 years between the vision and then the painting. Yeah, so it was a very strong vision. Yeah.
Vision he saw.
He saw it. Yeah. He saw it actually. Yeah. And this is, as I say, it's more dramatic. He's often painting like lava or cliffs and such, less of a greenery. Komum við að koma þessu hér. Við langar aðalega að benda ykkur á þessa því hún svona típisk fyrir Jón, svona gamall og dramatískur Jón. This one is a bit typical for him with the dramatic landscape. This is, I think, the oldest one by him in this exhibition. Og næst langar mig að tala Kjarval. Hafið þið heyrt talað Kjarval? There's a museum in Reykjavík called Kjarval Staðir.
Have you heard about Kjarval?
No.
Strange, but
A bit
really? Yeah.
Yeah. We have two works by him. We want to look at this one first.
I would maybe say they're not famous.
Kjarval málaði mikið af þingvöldum og var þar að mála í bara öllum veðrum, bæði á sumrin og á veturnar. Kjarval painted a lot in Þingvellir, you know Þingvellir? And he stayed there in all kinds of weather. And in this exhibition we have two pieces by him, and they're both from Þingvellir. First this one, as you can see, and you can often see in his work, is how he kind of breaks up the landscape. There's almost like into little cubes here in the foreground. And it's very typical if you look at more work from him. You often can see all kinds of figures in the landscape. Og svo næsta, sem við bara skoða, er
So beautiful.
Þessi er líka máluð á Þingvöllum og hún heitir Fjallamjólk og er þekktasta málverk í íslenskri listasögu. This is also from Þingvellir and it's called Mountain Milk. And most people say it's the most famous artwork in Iceland.
So beautiful.
Can you imagine why it's called Mountain
So
Milk?
beautiful.
Mountain milk.
Why?
It's in the mountain and the river is coming.
Yeah, this is like a waterfall and it's kind of like milk, right? It's just the light
So
and the speed of the water, you know, makes it look like milk. Þetta er mjög, það er mikill gæði í verkinu og það er þekkt fyrir það. En það fylgir því líka önnur saga, because I was telling you it's a famous work, and of course it's a high quality work. But there's also a story about there came people here from New York, from MoMA. I wanted to buy this around 1960. But Ragnar, who owned all of these paintings before he gave it to the museum, he didn't want to sell them. And the story says, you know, they wanted to pay a lot of money for it, but he absolutely refused. Wanted this work to belong to Icelanders. And we can be thankful for that now. So it's not in storage somewhere in New York. Svo Ásgrímur Jónsson, hann á þetta hérna verk og þessi hérna, 4. Hann vann mikið með hérna speglanir í vatni til dæmis. He is working a lot with Ásgrímur Jónsson. He has this 4 and this one here. And he's working with speglun, like reflection in water. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, reflection in water, as you can see. Well, in this it's watercolor, and this is oil. But he's also working with
It's
Þingvellir,
watercolor.
and this one is from Þingvellir, and you can see the difference
Watercolor.
from Kjarval to Ásgrímur. They saw Þingvellir in a different way. As you can see here with the reflection in the water. So now I'm going to just skoða þessar tvær. Þessi hérna er eldri, heldur en þessi. Og this one is older than this one here. They're about the same painter though. He went to Europe, I think around 1940, and stayed there for a while, and was influenced by, for example, Van Gogh. And you can a bit see it in the, he used to use, you know, natural colors like this one here. And you can see if you know Van Gogh, like everybody does, you can see the influence, can't you? Yeah. Both with the brushes and with the color. Brighter colors and more like visible paint strokes. And also this one here, he painted this one when he was quite old. And this is the only one only landscape from the northern part of Iceland. It's Skíðadalur near Dalvík. Anyone been there? Yeah.
Skíðadalur.
Yeah, Skíðadalur.
Ski.
And he really liked this area and said he was kind of sad about not knowing it until he was quite old. But I think this is the only one from Northern Iceland. Þessi sýning er svolítið tvískipt. Hér í þessum sal erum við með landslagsverk. Svo erum við svolítið annað tímabil, aðra kynslóð í næsta. This exhibition is like in two parts. We have landscape in here, in room 8, and then the next generation in number 9. So look at that. Hér er verk eftir málara sem voru að koma fram svona eftir seinni heimsstyrjöld. Þá eiga sér stað miklar breytingar í íslensku listalífi. Landslagið er á leiðinni út og það koma aðrar áherslur. These are works from artists like from after the World War II, and they have different, what do I say? They didn't want to paint as much landscape as before, and now they are making a lot of still life, uppstillingar, kyrralífsmyndir, often, you know, from the kitchen, sometimes it's flowers or something like that, and working a lot with color, bright colors or strong colors. This is like, it's not abstract, but it's, you know, on their way there. Later, some of these painters began doing abstract work. Here also we have two women, Nína Tryggvadóttir, this one here and this one here, and then there's by Louisa Matthíasdóttir, this one over there. Louisa and Nína were friends, and this one over there by Nína is a self-portrait. And this one, which Louisa made, but it's Nína on the picture. She's making a painting of Nína. So this is Nína over there, and this is also her. Nína later became completely abstract. As you can see, she's on the way there. Yeah. Maybe you can look at this one here. Það er ekki Kirkjuhúsinu núna. Engin sýning.
Allar er bara að taka niður.
Ha?
Allar er bara að taka niður.
Það er bara aðvaran helgina í Kirkjuhúsinu og það er bara ekkert að náðu. Það er ekkert fyrir vafnum. I just wanted to show this one because this is by Gunnlaugur Skievi, and there are a lot of paintings in a similar style by him, and maybe you have seen them somewhere. Did you find them? No? He was a lot painting, you know, working people, which wasn't done a lot before. Both people on sea, fishermen, and also in the country, like this one. And just so you know his style, and maybe you can see his work somewhere. Sometimes it's just behind people on the news, you know, if they're interviewing politicians or something. Sometimes you can see it. And he has this style, which you can recognize. And this is Kirkjuhús, but it's closed now. Usually there's an exhibition there, then you can go